Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing okay for the class today and the following classes. Maite asked me a question that I really appreciate because she basically thinks that it's not clear for you guys what is the purpose to use the BioSeq. So I just try to make a little summary here. The idea or the concept is that the BioSeq system is a denomination system that we use in Synthergetica. It's not a basic one, like you don't have to do it every day, but I found in my practice very useful because the essence is that it's a correspondence systems. You know, like we use the acupuncture meridians, and we were talking about the entry and the exit points to establish connection between the upper and the lower part of the body. So it's just a system. So this is another system. You can use this or not, but again, I found it very useful because it give me a lot of information for little details. The example is if you have any pain in one specific area that is not, for example, the shoulder or the elbow or the wrist, like those places in between, or if you have any like rash in the skin or a symptom in your belly that is non-specific. If you use this system, it's gonna help you to understand the concept of integrity, the system. So you will know that there is kind of correspondence or vibration between 2 or 3 different parts in the body, like the same way that we're talking about the reticular energy in the feet that goes into the hand and also has a representation in the ear, and then in the reptile brain, this system is the same. So basically, it helps you to localize one specific symptoms and put it in context. Where is this belong to? Because at the end, you want to know what is the source of the problem. So this is one way to do it. So in a simple way, again, you're going to consider the body divided in 3 places. You know, the head, the arms, and the thorax, which is above the diaphragm, and below the diaphragm and the legs are the 3 parts. Okay, and we denominate that using Roman numbers. So this is a 1, this is a 2, and the lower part from the diaphragm is a 3. So normally what you do then is divide again each of these sections in 3 different parts. So if you take, for example, the head, you can say that this is the 1 zone, this is the 2nd zone, and this is the 3rd zone. So it's 1, 2, 3. If you go into the chest, it's gonna be the same. Talking from the diaphragm above, it's gonna be 1, 2, or 3, or 1, 2, and 3. So it's 3 sections, okay? From the belly down, it's 3 sections between the pelvic, the pubic bone, and the diaphragm. So it's like 1, 2, the navel is gonna be in between, and 3 until the pelvic, the pubic bone. In the extremities, the one that is close to the joint, like shoulder, the arm here, that is between the shoulder and the elbow, is one part. We use the number 3 because it's the more, when you have the more dense information. And the hand is when we have the more specialized information. So this is the 1, the 2, and the 3. The same in the other side. And in the legs, the same. The part that is close to your thigh is gonna be number 1. The leg itself, from the knee to the ankle, is 2, and then the feet is 3. Now, in the feet and in the hand, you also have 3 zones. So we divided like the area that is close to the wrist is the number 3, the one that is more close or more proximal to the body. The one in between, that is the hand ball or the palm, is the number 2, and the fingers itself is number 3. Sorry, number 1. Number 1, number 2, number 3. And it happens the same in the feet, okay? And then you can do this division in any place in the body. You divide it in 3. You're talking about the fingers, for example, the distal part, the one that is close to the tips is 1, the middle is 2, and this is 3, okay? So normally you use the first denomination with the Roman number, and then use the Arabic numbers for the other parts. So to give you an example, we're talking about the head, this is number 1. But if we talk about the eyes, we call 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. About the arms, so this is 2, so this is 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, and the same with the legs. In the thorax is the same, so you go here. Here is the 3, the 2, and the 1, and in the belly is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then the next division is following the physical lines, so from the center to the outside is using the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, now the correspondence is to establish how these areas are connected in order to find that one point is related with the whole system. So for example, I have a pain right now in my hand. So I say, this my hand, the whole arm is number 2, right? The hand is number 1, so it's 2, 1. Now this part of the hand is number 1, 2. So it's 2 because it's the whole arm, 1 because it's the hand, and again 1 because it's the finger, right? Now in the fingers I also have the same division, so this is 3, 2, 1. So we have 2, 1, 1, 3. Then I have that number 2, 1, 1, 3, and I look for that representation, that correspondence in another place in the body. So let's say that I go to the head. So here is number 2. So in here is number 1. Then I look 1. What is 1? In the eyes, right? And what is the other one? Is like the part of the eyes. In this case, is not vertical but going backwards. So you have the anterior part, right? The middle and the posterior, really with the crystalline, with the retina, and all of that part. And I know, for example, right there, that I have a problem with my eyes, or mainly on the right side. For example, this is a chronic problem, but could be related with this one. Now, if I go into my feet, if you go in a joint, you can go straight to the same finger, the same area, into the toes, right? But if you do it with the nomenclature, it's exactly the same. I say 2 is 3, right? 3 because it's the leg, 1 because it's the feet, right? The feet, and 1 because of the toes, and 2. So it's 3, 1, 1, 2. So it's gonna make a correlation with this toe, with the 4th toe. Okay? So then you establish those patterns. And also, if you see, according to the Chinese medicine, this is what we call the triple warming meridian, and that in the foot is the gallbladder meridian, and they have a relationship described by the Chinese medicine. But you don't need to know that. You just need to know that it's a correspondence between, for example, the Chinese medicine, the joints by itself, and the problem that I have now. So let me give another example. Let's say that you have, let's use the same one with the same number that I want to look at in the thorax. So I say, okay, I have the 2, this is the 2, right? I have the 1, what is the 1? In this area, what is the 1? It's gonna be close, in the upper third of the sternum, right? And then the other one is gonna be in the very high area. Okay, so I say 2 is the thorax, 1 is this area, 1 is that part of the area, and the other one is, the other 2 is gonna be in the middle of that area. So you can divide it as many times as you want it, as you need it. So it's gonna be here. Then I have to look if it's my forefinger, if it's more here, right? For example, I could have a pain in the chest too. Not necessarily, but that's the way that you look for. So basically, if you have a patient with symptom that is you don't understand why the symptom is there, pain, and you don't know, you can say that it's a pain, but you don't know why. And then you start looking with that system, so you will be able to find it. Again, you can use a different system. You don't need to use this one, but I really found it very helpful. Okay, if that is clear, let me know. It's like 9 minutes video. I hope that's gonna be enough, but if not, just let me know, and we can discuss the same point again. Okay, thank you and have a good day.